I'm here with Eddie Zaneski. Eddie, you've had a long career going from everything from big commercial tech to working at startups, and now you are Defense Unicorns Field Chief Technology Officer. Thank you, first of all, for coming and taking the time to talk with me. Can you tell me, what is a field CTO?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's still being figured out by lots of people. I describe it as developer relations, just like the next level of it. So my background is developer relations. I've spent most of my career as a software engineer who likes to talk to other engineers and understand their problems and work very closely to ideate solutions and bring their feedback back to product, right? That's kind of the world that I've lived in. Mm-hmm. And so field CTO has kind of become the grown-up version of doing that, especially when you are, at like our stage. And it's been fun, but it really means I just kind of go around. I work directly with our mission heroes. Mm-hmm. I understand their needs and their requirements like through and through. Come back home to the product team and make sure we're addressing those in some way. Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I see that happen a lot. You're out there direct with the customers, and you spent the past couple of days directly, with the product team, working through what we're building next. Defense Unicorns was your first foray into the defense industry, if I'm correct. It was kind of curious, what was, drew you into joining the mission, and then what has that experience been like for you, and what have you learned, or what surprised you most?
It was not on my bingo card whatsoever, working for a defense tech startup ever. Funny enough, I happened to meet Jeff, who was our actual CTO, at a conference. We had a great conversation, and when I was looking for my next gig, I casually mentioned to him like, "Oh, I need a job." They gave me the hard sell on coming to give Defense Unicorns a try, coming to do open source, right? Like my background is entirely open source, mm-hmm. and I actually fell in love with it. Like it is super rad, just the problem set, the space. Honestly, the most refreshing thing that I felt, and I'm pretty sure the government folks have felt, is a lot of the government folks aren't used to being told that their ideas aren't the best or that there are better ways to do it, right? Like I think historically the defense industry has been, a mix of like lip service and like doing what, is asked for instead of like what actually solves the problem.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of perspective I've come in with, is just like, I am very ignorant to how things work in the government and the military, and I am not afraid to respectfully say, your idea is bad, there's a better way to do it. And it's been received so well.
That ignorance is, we appreciate that, your willingness to go in there and speak the truth, and that moves things forward. I will say you are a rad dude, you're a happy dude. One of my favorite things I saw from you was there was a picture of you on a C-17, and I was jealous because I have 15 years as an Air Force officer. I've never flown on an Air Force aircraft, and so I see you there, smiling huge. Tell me the story. How did that come to be, and how much fun was it?
Some people enjoy trades and other sorts of things. I've just always enjoyed airplanes and aviation, that space, right? So never really expected to be on A1, let alone take a test flight to test software that we did in the air, right? So, we were working on this C-17 with our new capabilities for UDS Fleet, and part of that was, hey, we want to do a deploy live from the air over internet connection.
Wow.
And so we took off, and I was absolutely stoked. Like, absolute coolest experience being in the back of a massive C-17. They let me like chill up front for a little bit, and it was incredible.
Well, you were so happy, and I was so jealous. That's awesome. What were you building there, or what did that lead to in terms of new product development, the type of work you guys were doing on that trip?
We've been building UDS Fleet, Fleet Command, Fleet Connect, and it's really this idea of like, how do we take something that is as complex as Kubernetes, right? And as you know, like I've been a Kubernetes maintainer and tech lead for like 7 years, like living inside of Kubernetes and the internals, working on different parts of the project, and it's hard. It's like really complicated, right? Mm-hmm. And to enable like our mission heroes and warfighters to be able to fly, fix, fly is the term we use in the Air Force, right? Like the pilot wants to take a test flight to test software, radio feedback to the ground, and that dev team can have another build of that software ready to go so they can land, flash it, take off again, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's the mythical beast they've been chasing, right? And so that to me is like, well, how do I take something that I've spent so much of my life working on that's really complex and like distill that down to a pilot, a sailor, a soldier. And so yeah, that's what we've been building with UDS Fleet, is to like allow operators to manage and deploy software with the mobile experience that they're used to, of like downloading apps from a store and deploying them. It's been probably the coolest thing I've worked on in my career.
I like to say it makes updating the software on your jet as easy as downloading Candy Crush to your phone.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, and we're sure the pilots go into every fight with the latest possible capabilities, which is awesome. You mentioned Kubernetes there during that discussion, and I know that, big, complicated thing. Maybe side tangent, a little curious. What is the role, or why Kubernetes? Why is Kubernetes the right solution for these type of mission systems?
Kubernetes has really given us like just a common baseline and language that we can talk from a deployment standpoint, right? Like the whole reason that we call containers containers is that they are modeled after shipping containers, right? Like we got these ships that are on the dock here, the Dole ship rolled up with massive shipping containers, and that translates directly to what we do in software, right? Like that shipping container is a standard unit of measurement that you can fill up with product or whatever, put it on a tractor trailer, put it on a shipping container, a crane can come pick it up, right? So in the containers world with software, we can put all the same things in a unified box, and it's guaranteed to run anywhere that a container runs, right? And Kubernetes gives you that piece of orchestrating that, making sure software is running, doing the health checking and restarting and the migrations when things fail. And so, yeah, that's kind of been like this common baseline that we can all operationally like align around. And like, if you build software that deploys to Kubernetes and some other vendor does as well, right? Like we can all run it on the same platform, and that's just guaranteed. Like obviously there's a lot of work that goes into that, but it should run the same on your laptop in Kubernetes as it does in production.
It provides an abstraction layer and that orchestration piece, as you pointed out.
Yep.
Very important. So with the fleet, I guess, it's actively in development. We've recently launched UDS Fleet. Awesome to see, deploying to the F-22 today. You're smiling big again. I'm mentioning planes. What's up next for Fleet, or what are the big things you're working on in the summer of Fleet that you can talk about? What excites you most?
So we have some like really big efforts lined up across the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, and I'm looking forward to all of them. It's going to be a very busy summer for the whole team, and we are excited to build features that meet actual mission needs and requirements. And kind of that's what the team's been grinding at for the past year, and it's going to be a summer.
I am excited. Fall can't get here soon enough. We've got all this work done and mission capability. Well, Eddie, I got one final question for you, and appreciate all the time. Are you the tallest unicorn today?
I think I am officially the tallest unicorn today.
Okay, I think so too. There's a few that are giving you a run for your money. I didn't know if you've done a unicorn lineup, so I was just curious.
I think I am.
I think you are too. All right, well, Eddie, thanks a lot. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
dude.